Okay, hello everybody. Just a couple of months ago we had another beautiful talk, and today with Drunvalo again, and surprise, surprise, after more than 30 years, one of the most anticipated book, and not just for next year, 2018, but in the, I would say, last 25 years, these two volumes basically changed the history of this planet, and Drunvalo is coming today with really good news. It seems next year, Drew, will have volume 3 of this amazing books.
I thought it was going to take place this year, but there were things that happened that didn't allow me to do it. I'm writing it now, and I anticipate once I start writing, and I started just only a couple of weeks ago, that I think that it'll take about 6 months. And so whenever it's done, that's when it's done. But it's a lot has been done. I mean, 2.5 years of research and a lot of money and time has gone into it. And now it's just about putting it all together. And I'm excited about this. I was excited about this when I found out about the information, and that was way back in 2013 or 14 in there when I started really studying this. And I now know that this information will, even if you just know the information, it'll probably make you cry. Because a lot of the things that you thought, for example, that there's only one God, there's only one spirit that's through everything, science has never believed that, they never have, but now it's all different. They really are beginning to think differently, that the universe is one big living body, just like our bodies. And this, when you understand it, it changes literally everything that you've ever known about what you've been taught anyway, and through the universities. They're all wrong, by the way. They're not right. And this information will change how you look at what is outside of you, because it's really inside of you, and the outside and the inside is all one. We've known this, but now you can prove it, and so I'm going to do my best. Hopefully now more distractions will happen. There's been 2 major distractions that stopped this for a while, but I don't see anything in front of me, so hopefully it'll get done. Maybe.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I don't know, it's a coincidence, but today is Thanksgiving Day. Do you want to give a message to the whole world, Drew, on this beautiful day?
Well, looking out into the world, it looks like it's a pretty messed up place right now. But this is a transition, and everything changes from one polarity to another, and it just keeps going back and forth. So this isn't going to go on forever. And I believe that once we get through the next few months, it's really through 2018 was the time that we have figured a long time ago that the cycles of what the Mayans talked about of ending in January 1st, 2016, that never happened. It never ended. We are still in the end of time, and that end of time is going to continue until the red star appears in the heavens. The blue star started it, of the Hopis, and the red star will stop it. And that, I don't know when that will happen, and neither do the Mayans. I've just spent some time with them, and they still don't know when all of this will come into focus. But the female cycle has begun, but the male cycle has not ended. Obviously, just look at Trump, and you can see what it has not ended. If it was, we'd have a female in there, and there would be someone that knew what the heck they were doing. But it's perfect, really. I mean, who could better be the person to let all the male energy dissolve away than President Trump? He's the perfect person. Anyway, the book is I think when you get it and you read it, we'll have a lot to discuss at that time, because there's I have been studying this now for a pretty long time, and there is so much that I don't know if I can even get it into this book this time, but I'm going to try. And because remember when I talked about how the information is coming faster and faster and faster. This was with the Encyclopedia Britannica. And they said that they studied that the first 6,000 years, they counted how many bits of information that we learned in those from 6,000 years ago until 1900. And they counted and they saw how many there were. And then they started counting how many bits of information we've learned from 1900 until we could duplicate that. And it was right around 1950. It took 50 years to learn as much as we learned in the first 6,000. Then it took about 20 years, till about 1970, to double it again.
The speed of light is here. Eh?
And then it took about 10 more years to double it again. And right now, we are learning as much as we learned in the first 6,000 years about every 10 days. And it's going faster and faster. Something's got to happen. I mean, this is very unusual. And so this information probably would never have existed if we hadn't have got into this very rapid learning cycle that we're in right now. So anyway,
happy Thanksgiving, and we love you.
Yes,
and
we
remember,
love you.
next year in April, Drunvalo, big surprise, he will be our guest speaker here in Sedona. We'll have a beautiful workshop, Language of the Heart. Claudette will teach together with me some really good imagery exercise. Then we'll have some heart meditation, and Drunvalo promise he will pass by.
Oh yeah, I will, whatever you want. I'll whatever it takes to.
We love you all, and stay in your heart.
Okay.